Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Slay&Shade. If you are new to this series, it's just me doing a bad makeup look, sharing my thoughts and opinions on other YouTubers. This does not come from a place of hate. I don't want anyone to harass anybody. Usually these videos come from a place of love and disappointment because they're usually about people that I really enjoyed watching and that I don't enjoy watching anymore. So the comments are always open, likes and dislikes are always on. Please feel free to share your opinions. Like I said, I don't hate anybody except for Rob Zombie, which will be a story time at some point. So I'll list everything down below that I already have on my face. And I'm going in with the Makeup Revolution London palette here. Thank you to my girl Jenny for purchasing this for me. Money has been tight, I know, for a lot of us. So I want to talk about Dustin Dailey, and I want to start with our Twitter interaction, which is something that usually doesn't happen whenever I post that I'm doing a Slay&Shade. I rarely like tag anybody in anything. Not that I care. I mean, not like I don't want them to know or anything. It just seems kind of unnecessary. So I usually don't tag anybody whenever I'm about to do a video. I will post like, hey, next week Slay&Shade is going to be about this or like about that, but that's as far as it goes. Well, I had posted on Twitter that I was postponing my Trisha Paytas Slay&Shade to do one on Dustin. Within minutes, a friend of mine sends me a screenshot that he had shared it on Twitter. So I went there and I was like, I didn't even tag you. Like, how did you even know about this? Like, you know, I love it, you know, just joshing around. So, you know, he was like, well, somebody had said, and I appreciate this person, said, you know, she's a small channel, she has anxiety and depression, you know, stuff like that. And he said, well, if she can comment, I can. But I hadn't even said anything yet. The video wasn't out. I didn't say anything bad, you know what I mean? I didn't say anything at all. And although I appreciate that person sticking up for me in that sense, yes, I have battled with depression and panic attacks since I was 14. I don't use that as an excuse. Sometimes it's a reason why I don't film a lot, or I might be kind of quiet and not really talk too much. But, you know, I don't use it as an excuse. And I know that if I can dish it out, I better be able to take it. However, Dustin's saying, you know, if she can comment that I can, but I hadn't even said anything yet, you know? So then he said that he actually didn't see my tweet, but somebody had sent it to him. And I said, yeah, the same thing happened with me. So I said, I had posted the screenshot, and you could tell that it was sent to me because there's a girl that had commented on it saying that she had me blocked. And just to clear the air here, that person I have never spoken to in my life. She did make up a story about a friend of mine leaving like harassing comments under a YouTube video of mine. And I did take a screenshot of the comment that she actually left and was like, at this person, no, this was not harassing. Like, I wouldn't have that in the comment section anyway. So it was like she was just trying to get attention for like somebody bullying her or something, but that's not the case. And when I went to at her, she had already blocked me. So, I mean, I don't know, you know, but when you see somebody say, oh, have this person blocked, LOL, that kind of, you know, leads people to an assumption that maybe I did something wrong, you know, and which is just crazy because I never talked to her before, you know. And another thing that I got a lot was, who are you? And in that, and it kind of came off in this tone like, ew, who even are you? And I was just like, I'm irrelevant. I make YouTube videos a couple times a month. Like, I'm nobody. Everybody is somebody to somebody, you know, but as far as the internet goes, I'm nobody. I am a teeny tiny channel. I am not consistent in uploads, although I would love to get better at that. And I just post, you know, when I want to. And yeah, like, I'm nobody, you know, and I don't know if some people took that the wrong way or not, but like, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I was just saying, Like I'm literally nobody when it comes to the internet. Now, when Dustin shared this, he had the yawning emoji, and I still wondered why. Okay, somebody sent it to you, but why did you share it in the first place? So the yawning emoji is like, oh, this peasant, who is she? I couldn't care less if she does a video on me. But then you shared it. So my assumption is that he shared it to already sort of build up this defense of like, oh, she's a jerk, or oh, don't even pay any attention to her, or oh, she's nobody, you know, which is pretty telling of the type of person that he has become, or maybe always was. So that was the Twitter reaction. I just told him, interaction. I just told him, you know, like, I got this screenshot too. You know, that's how I knew, you know, I thought maybe he was trying to send like a little bit of hate my way. I'm not sure if that was his intention or not, but I don't care about that stuff. Like, this is not my job. I am not trying to become famous or get a blue check mark by my name like some people. So it's just something I do for fun, you know? And I hope if you came here because you're a fan of Dustin, you'll at least watch the full video, and you can always let me know what you think down below. Because, you know, it's just my opinion, and, you know, I am trying to find a good little, this might work. I'm gonna go in with this cool shade, and what I really want to do is try this shade Bud, because look at how shiny it is. I want to see how it looks. So I'm gonna do a little bit of like a dark inner corner type thing, and okay, I don't want to use this brush. So anyway, so I used to love Dustin. I would call him my husband when we were in YouNow streams, like with Peter Mon. I would be like, oh, my husband's here. I just really dug him. And I started watching him around the time that he like denounced John Kuckian. And maybe a little bit before that, because I remember John talking about Dustin. So maybe that's when I found him. But this was all like shortly before John Kuckian attacked Peter Mon. Now, I don't like Peter Mon anymore, but that was still BS, and I don't support what John did to him, and I'll always stick up for Peter for that. So, I mean, I really honestly like loved Dustin, and I would agree with a lot of his opinions on people, you know? And there were some people like Mango Tea and such that thought, oh, he, you know, all he cares about is views and subscribers. And I honestly didn't see it that way until recently. And I mean, it's kind of sad because, like I said, I mean, I really like these people, and then it seems like once they reach a certain subscriber count, like they couldn't care less about you. And Dustin was the type of person that, like, when he was stuck about 30 or 40,000 or whatever, when he was stuck on that many subscribers for a while, or maybe it was like 50,000, I'm not sure, he was always like, why isn't my channel growing? Or, you know, subscribe and all this stuff. That's like all he really cared about. Now, mind you, when I found him, that's around how many followers he had, like 30,000 or so. But now he has this attitude, this arrogance, and makes fun of small channels because, like, who are you? You don't have that many views. You don't have that many followers. Like, does that ever, like, I don't know how having views and followers is like some type of personality trait. I mean, that doesn't mean that you have good character. That doesn't mean anything, you know? Yeah, people enjoy watching you, or people enjoy hate watching you, you know, whichever one. But I feel like he just, that's all that matters to him, is the views, the money, being popular, you know. And I remember when he did a video, Nick Snyder had posted something about Jeffree Star reviewing the Morphe foundation. I had innocently enough said, as long as Jeffree doesn't, now I don't like Jeffree either, but this is back when I did, as long as Jeffree doesn't do a review like Manny's, then I trust him because I normally trust Jeffree Star stuff. And then Jeffree Star called me delusional and was just like a big jerk like he always is. Well, when Dustin did a video about it, he had mentioned that, and referring to Nick, that sometimes YouTubers will at somebody to sort of bait some kind of drama to create sort of something to like talk about. And that's like what happened. And that always stuck with me because I thought, oh my God, like that's exactly what Dustin does now, you know? I mean, especially with Gabby Hanna. Listen, I am not a fan of Gabby. I've done a video or two on her, and I've also did a few videos reading her amazing poetry. But it's like all the time, like how many videos can you make about this girl, you know? And then Nick has to turn everything she says into merch. It's just like, if you really don't like this person, when there's actual issues going on, okay, do a video. But the thing is that there's legitimate drama and like serious accusations against a lot of YouTubers, one of them being Jeffree Star, but it's like crickets for Dustin and Nick. And that is very telling. I'm sorry, because if it were anybody else, if it were James Charles or something like that, and like they did, like attacked him all the time, like right away, you know? But when it comes to certain people, they kind of just sit back. And I think it's ridiculous, you know? And now that I know that Dustin and Rich Lux are like friends again or following each other, whatnot, I feel like it's because Dustin wants his views. Dustin wants something. I don't feel like Dustin cares about people or relationships. It's like nothing is off limits, nothing is sacred, you know, and it's really sad. Oh my. This is glittery. This is straight up glittery. I wonder if I have a flat brush down here to try to apply this. Okay. So I feel like he is a bit of a hypocrite. This is not a look. Like, what is happening here? Like, this is the first time I'm using this shade. And I think maybe the palette, I think I just like swatched it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the green. I should have done a better base underneath, though. That's my fault. Like I said, bad makeup. Bad makeup and opinions. That's what it is. So anyway, now I do feel like, you know, Dustin really only cares about that, getting that verified blue check. He just wants to like be big on YouTube. And listen, that's his job. You know, YouTube is his job, and like I get it. But like I feel like he's willing to do anything and turn on anybody just as long as it's going to get him views. And that's what's pretty sad, because I actually never thought of him in that way before, you know. I do have a few notes here. I'm really sorry for looking down. But yeah, I just feel like now it's just different. And I'm disappointed more than anything, because there are so few YouTubers out there that are like genuine, that, you know, actually care about what they're talking about more than, oh, this is going to get me views, you know? And for Dustin, and the reason why I'm adding Nick in here is because, well, we'll get to that. And Dustin and Nick seem to only really care about like Gabby and stuff like that. And I think it's sad when they make fun of people like, oh, you hardly have any views, and like, who are you? Which is basically what Dustin did to me by having his little yawning, you know, face. Like, who are you, you know, to talk about me? And like I said, if you don't care, then you shouldn't have shared it, because all it did was bring a little bit more attention to it. But I think when I post this, I might as well just tag him, which I normally don't do. If you look at my Twitter, it is pretty much tumbleweeds, because I don't normally like at people or like try to start anything. I'm gonna actually add a little bit of gold on top of this. I don't know why. I just want to see if I can get a little bit of gold going. So there are some videos out there, and there are some, I don't know, like gossip sort of things about, oh, this shade is really creamy. I should have just done this one. But I also should have put a little bit of powder under here because I have a little bit of fallout. But that's my fault for using my finger. Okay, there's a little bit of gold. This is a mess. Like, if I had to do it all over again, a better base, I would definitely leave some space in the middle for like the gold. I really do like this palette, especially this color Haze that I stuck my green finger in. It is like butter. Wow. Okay, so anyway, so now I feel like with Dustin, he would climb over people to get further, you know? And I know that there are a lot of YouTubers that are like that. It's just disappointing when it's one that you really, really cared about and liked, you know? I remember talking to him and Beauty with Ashley about how much fun it would be for us to all hang out. I mean, look, I liked him a lot, you know? And now enter Nick Snyder. I did a video on Nick. It was not well researched, especially since I stopped watching him before I did it. That was my fault. I have that video and the apology to him because he deserved one for that up on my channel too if you're interested. And by the way, I have lots of Slay&Shade, so if you're a huge Dustin fan, maybe you'll like a different one. If you feel like subscribing or following me on Twitter, that's totally up to you. And now I'm gonna go in with some mascara here. So now Nick and Dustin are together. At first, I didn't believe it. I thought maybe it was a joke, you know, because I knew Dustin had been in a relationship. And this is the thing. There have been rumors and a few videos about Dustin and Eric. And in that case, there are rumors that Nick was planting seeds in Dustin's head, manipulating the situation with him and his boyfriend. I have to believe that there's some level of decency, respect, and love there between Dustin and Eric, so I'm not going to touch that. Despite their behavior, Dustin and Nick's behavior, like right after he and Eric broke up, despite that, I don't want to go there, you know? I just don't know if this is like Nick rubbing off on him or if this is just the way he is now. But either way, it's disappointing. And it makes me feel like, you know, it just makes me feel like he will do anything for the views. And I don't know, like I said, if this is a Nick thing or what. Okay, this looked really bad. Okay, so the other thing is that now it's like Nick can do no wrong. Nick had a selfie with a Shane Dawson hoodie on, and Dustin was like, what is he supposed to do? Throw away a perfectly good hoodie? No, but you still don't have to wear it to advertise that you support somebody like Shane. And he said, what do you guys do with makeup from people that you don't like? Just throw it away? Yeah, sometimes we do. Or sometimes we use it if we can't donate it. But it's different because when you're walking around down the street, somebody sees a hoodie that says Shane Dawson. And when we're going down the street, nobody knows what palettes we have used. You know what I mean? So, I guarantee it, if Gabby, Hannah were wearing that Shane hoodie, it would be a different story. So these are my feelings. Please comment down below. I'm just disappointed in Dustin, and I'm wondering how far and how low he's willing to go to get verified, to get that little blue check mark that seems to be more important than anything else. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Here is the horrible look. Love and hugs. Bye.